All right. Hello. Hello, Dad.
Benny. What's up, buddy?
So, I have to ask you a few questions about songs, artists, and what they mean to you.
Hit me with them.
For the first song, it's Bang Something by You. And why is that song important to you?
Bang something. Wow. I wrote that song whenever I was in a more hype stage of my life. I was performing all the time, going on tour with people and performing a lot. And I was like, I really, really need a hype song. And truth be told, that's one of the songs that really got me recognized and signed to the record label that I was signed to.
Wow. I actually didn't know that.
You didn't?
I knew it was popular. I just didn't know it's what got you signed.
Yeah, man.
Another song that I have that I feel like would be important to you or have some sort of importance is Save Me by Jelly Roll. I want to know how that would be important to you.
That's my boy, Jelly Roll. He seriously helped me out a ton in my career. I know him personally. I performed many shows with him. He's still a good friend. I talk to him from time to time. I keep in contact with his guitarist, but his music in general is to help people. And he was one of the biggest influences on me with music.
All right. Next song. This song also features you. It's by Kevo. It's called Welcome to the Nine. I want to know what this song is about and why it's important to you.
So I'm from Bull City. I mean, I'm from the northern part. I'm from Bahama, but Bull City. Uh, it's definitely a hype song. And Kevo hit me up and he was like, I got a song. It's called Welcome to the Nine. And I would love for you to be on it because you really represent your city. And that's what it was basically about, was representing the city. Um, that song in general is wild. I pretty much Eminem Jay Z'd that track.
All right. The next song, and my personal favorite, The Wolf by you again. I don't. It's always been like a favorite of mine, and I wanted to know what was the backstory behind the song and what gave you the inspiration to create it.
So, whenever I wrote that song, if you listen to the first verse pretty well, it can seem real personal to a family member. My sister, she struggled with addiction for many years. And I wrote that verse just with her in mind the whole time. The first verse. The second verse was more towards me, but it's about persevering over all your issues and fighting through the oppressive state that you put yourself in.
For the last song that I have written down here, I have Many Men by 50 Cent. I know you love 50 Cent. I always hear you
He's the
talking about
greatest
him.
artist of all time, man. Many men wish death upon me. Yes, 50 Cent is the biggest inspirational person. God, he's awesome. He's a troll. You know that, don't you? He's a
Yeah.
super troll. But I grew up listening to him. And what I love about 50 Cent is no matter what, he doesn't sweat issues. Stuff does not bother 50 Cent. He doesn't let stuff bother him. He's became a mega multimillionaire just from being him and staying true to himself. I've always loved 50 Cent. He's always been that inspiration that I needed to push forward. I listen to his music almost daily. Going to work, listening to 50 Cent. On lunch break, probably listening to 50 Cent. Getting off work, I'm probably riding in the car with no music on at all, trying to collect my thoughts. But at some point before bed, I listen to 50 Cent. He's a huge inspiration.
All right. Now some just basic follow-up questions and questions that I had while making this document. How, what does music mean to you?
What does music mean to me?
Mhm.
Music to me was my outlet. Uh, I used to lay in bed at night listening to music. I'd stay up till 2 or 3 in the morning, even if it was a school night, just listening to music. Music has always been there for me whenever others wasn't. Music is some people will agree with me. Music is a big part of everybody's life. I mean, you want to cheer up, listen to music. You want to get in the mood, listen to music. You want to focus, listen to music. Music is beautiful for your soul, man.
All right, for my last question, I want to ask, how has music changed you over time? And generally, how has music changed over time?
How has music changed me over time? Well, I think you can answer that just as well as I can. Look at this house. Look at the opportunities that we have. A lot of it would not have been even possible if I didn't have music. If I wasn't an artist, if I didn't travel around, if I didn't work hard doing what I wanted to do with music. So, I mean, music changed my life for the better. It kept me out of trouble. It kept my head on straight. And what was that second
How has music changed over time generally?
one? Music goes through weird phases, man. It really does. See, I'm more of the 90s, 2000s, all music.
Yeah.
I listen to 90s country, 90s rock, 90s new metal, 90s rap. This new stuff that's on the radio, I can't relate to it, but I see that kids can. So, I mean, I look at Linkin Park from back in the day, and you got new artists out today that are the same thing that Linkin Park was for me for the kids today. You get what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I mean, music, it changes. It changes with the times. It changes with time. But it's still music. It still does. It still serves its purpose.
Yeah. The last sort of follow up that I have before finishing the interview is there anything that happens behind the scenes, like in music, that most people don't know about or should know about?
Yes, sir. Yes. Sometimes it's wild behind the scenes. Sometimes it's very resting and peaceful behind the scenes. I mean, it can go either way all the time. Behind the scenes of music, there is, I mean, there's stuff that I never got mixed up in, which is the badder side of it. But at the end of the day, musicians are ordinary people that are artistic. And I mean, whatever their vice is, like mine was, I like playing video games and I love food. Can you tell? Can you tell I love food?
Yeah, you became a
Yeah.
cook as soon as you finished up with music.
As soon as I finished up with music, I became a chef. Yeah. Um, it's behind the scenes is wild, man. It's the most wild feeling being on the stage. It's the greatest high in life. And I even wrote a song about that called I'm High on Life. And that was the meaning behind it. But it's the greatest high in life to be on stage in front of a bunch of people and then coming off the stage, going backstage, behind the scenes, all that, you feel untouchable. It's hard to explain. I hope that it explained it as much as I hope I explained it as best as I could, and I hope you understand.
All right, well, that wraps up the interview. I am Bentley Vollers, and this is my dad.
Brad, Big Brad, Vollers.